Hey, how y'all doing?
A layman, and this is just, I don't know any other way to show you than
It should be right like that. So that's a natural veg tank.
this is nice.
Oh, okay. That's what I said. Peace. What's peace? That or this? Which one is it? Is it this one or that one? Remember, friends? Hey, it's actually easier to go like this if you think about it, unless you're over here, right? Body mechanics. Is that a bicep? Well, there's still something there. I don't think there's much over here right now because I can't even make a fist almost with that side. But yes, that's a bicep. So, hey baby, peace is what I say. Peace. 27 years old. Is there anyone in this comment section? Is anybody watching this video that's 27 years old? If you're a man and you're 27, say 25 to 27 in there, you're about to experience something amazing. Excuse me, in your life. You're about to be sick and tired of something. You are. It's nature. I'm well, let's think about something. Janis Joplin, Jim Morrison, you know where I'm going. They were all 27 years old. For men, 27 is and the year leading up, that 27th year, it's a very intense year for men. And they for some reason at that point in their life, they've either been there long enough or done something long enough to realize that it's time to change, or it's a very pronounced year for a man. I'm not sure what it is for women, but 27 years old, it is. I actually sobered up when I was 27. I was going to die. I was going to die. The street was my next stop, and I didn't want to go to the street. So I got honest and said, I'm finished. I'm finished. This is too hard. I think I'm crazy, actually. I wanted to be crazy. I did. I would rather have been crazy to just go, I'm just a drunk and a drug addict. That's it. It's that I just have to stop that and my life gets better? Come on. I would rather be crazy. I don't want to just be a drunk. There's no integrity in being a drunk. But there is integrity of stopping being a drunk. So I thought I would stop. And I was 27 and I was bad. Friends, I don't know what kind of picture you got in your mind, but it was bad. It wasn't just drinking. It was other things. So when I stopped that at 27, I did two things. I ran as fast as I could back to that woman downstairs there sleeping. Her name's Wendy, and I made her my wife. But to be honest with you, I actually gave her an ultimatum. And it was the first decision that I'd ever made for myself that was hard to do. But I made it for me. Not out of fear, out of love for me. And how I mean by that, and what I mean by that is, I knew that I could not live with a drinker or a drugger. I just knew it. As much as I loved that person, I knew I could not be around that in my home with me. Out and about, that's I changed, not the world. But my woman was going to be doing the same as me, so I laid it out. And I said, Wendy, I know you've heard this before. I know you have. And but I'm done. I'm done. I'm going on this spiritual road. I'm sober. Something's clicked. And she'd heard all this before, but she remembers saying something. She remembers something was different in my eyes. She told me years later. She says it was something different that time, because you guys know the outcome: 2 beautiful children and a wonderful life. But I was 27 years old, so I did two things. I went to her and I said, I love you, and I we've already lived together. We already know we can live together, and I want you as my woman. But I want you to come on this path with me. I can't have you drinking. And I did that for me, not for her. So that was a tough decision, because it was I think when I think back, I would have took her. It would have been the wrong decision to just take her as she was. So I gave her the opportunity, and she took it. And that may sound strange to people, but I knew that I could not live with someone drinking, coming home at 2 a.m, partying with the girls, with the wine on the breath, the whole thing. No. So that was the first real honest decision that I'd made for me going forward. And oh, am I glad I did. Friends, this channel is going to be real. I'm not wasting your time here.
Good afternoon. Friends, I want to share a couple things with you. That I've been wearing leather products for many, many years, and you become attached to products like I do. I can't speak for you, but I become attached to things like boots, belts, suspenders, these leather goods that have been part of my journey the whole way through. So I kind of get attached to them. And I've had, in the beginning, I didn't treat them like I should. I treated them, I just used them and didn't give back to them. So they perhaps didn't last as long as maybe they would have if I was a little nicer to them. You get my point. You know that when you have a light leather and you put some, say, special sauce on it, it turns darker. Do you know what I'm talking about? They all warn you that. Every leather product warns you. Your leather may get darker as you apply. They're just covering themselves. Well, that's just nature. That's what happens. You put it out in the rain, it gets wet, it gets darker color. So, my point being, let me get my glasses on so I don't get this all foobarred. Okay, here's what I'm talking about. Hopefully you will see this. See the leather on the edge? You see what I'm talking about? Okay, that's the natural leather. This is a black belt, so it was dyed this way. This thing turned out freaking crazy, but I'm in the process right now, because I got the time, of conditioning my leather and protecting my leather. It's stiff when you buy it. Your boots are stiff when you get it. So are your suspenders. And so are your belts. How I'm going to sell them to you, they're going to be, because I'm not going to take the liberty to believe that you want this on your leather products that you're going to have on your body. That's a personal journey. Whether you use Obenauf's, mink, dubbin, snow seal, that's up to you. I'm not going to make that decision for you. That's actually rude, in my opinion. So when you get the stuff, you'll see the edges have been contoured on both sides, top and bottom. I don't know the name of it, but I call it chamfered. And then you will see the natural leather in between. Do you know what I'm saying, friends? Like this. And it stands out when it's new. It stands out when it's new. So I take my special sauce with all my leather products and I just go like this. But I'm not going to do that for you, because what if for some strange reason you were allergic to something that I was using and something happened to your skin or your white blouse or something? I'm not painting the edges. I'm not doing any of that. This is leather products. Now, I'll show you what I do. Okay? I'll show you what I do, and it makes a fantastic difference. I'm talking edges here, just edges. What I do is I use a product like this, right? Get a little in your hand, and this is the best way that I found to do this. Step on it with your heel, like on the heel on the ground, and just go. Just get it. And this way you can actually pull up on it, friends. Do you know what I mean by that? And really get your edges and just start working in. You can do whatever. You can hook your belt around something. I just find standing on it allows me to kind of really get in there. Like I'll put my foot on it on the ground there and I'll bring it up and I'll lay this stuff in. And I just start going. Right? That's just what I do. I haven't given it the special, this one, friends. You see what I'm saying? I know I'm a layman and this is just, I don't know any other way to show you than how to just show you. But this is what I do with my belts. This is how I get my edges. I put the stuff on there and I put it on the edges and I go. I put it all over the whole freaking belt. But I specifically do my edges like this, friends, on my leather goods, on my suspenders. I literally go like this. On the edge. And this is what I do. I've always done it. That this is part of owning leather. So now I flip it over. And I go here. And this is where it really makes a difference in these edges here. Like they're all prepped and ready for you guys to do this. Okay. So everything's ready to go. The edges are finished. We had that question the other day. Are your edges finished? Yes, they are. They're just not greased and lubed. That's your job. They're your leather products, not mine. So, but I'll tell you, friends, you get these edges going and they come up nice. They come up nice. Okay, this belt's almost done now. Now, I'll show you what happens to a piece of leather when you lubricate it. Give you. Okay. Now check this out. This is not the belt that I got sent. It is the belt I got sent, but not now. This is conditioned like leather products need. And look at this now. I'll show you guys the edges. Look at this. It's crazy. Mm-hmm. Look at the look they take on after you lube them up. I just finished lubing them. Look at it's glorious. But I want to show you the difference of what a couple minutes kind of, manhandling your leather with your special, look at this. It looks black. Yeah, this veg tan leather is freaking nice. So I was doing this and I thought I'm going to turn the camera on and talk about this for a second. I would recommend you do this to your belts and your suspenders when you get them, friends. This is something that I've done for years. I do my edges. I start wearing it. I'll wear it for a couple of months. Beautiful. And I do the same with my suspenders. I do the same with my brown suspenders and black suspenders. Look at that. Look at this, friends. So I take my sauce and away I go. Look at. Get the edges. You can get the edges as much as you want. But look what I just do. I just go like this. Now watch what happens. See the dark? See? So I just keep going. And don't wait too long because it'll stain it, right? And you'll have to, you know what I'm saying. Oh, this is exciting. Very exciting. Look at that. Oh. Oh my. I'm going to keep going. I'm excited. Super excited. Watch this happen. Watch this happen over freaking 30 seconds of massaging your leather goods. Look what actually happens. You're going to freak with this. This is why I'm leaving this up to you. Friends, this is what I do. Trust me. I do it with all my stuff. All my leather goods. Look at this. I just went at it for 30 seconds. Look what happened. Look what just happened. You do your own thing. Do your own thing. This is what I do with mine. And I freaking love them. I love them. And this is part of it. Look at this. Is there one that's not finished? No, I've done those. This is crazy. Just like that. Just by manhandling it. It's like crazy different. get up in here, up in this area, all around in here. And they take on this completely different look of worn in, friends. Look. You can barely see the edges now. I hope this makes sense. And there we are. All saturated up. Digging it. This is nice leather, Grant. Wow. But that'll darken up your edges, friends, just so you know. That's just what I'm doing now. Here's a perfect example right here. Oh, look at this. Look at this little guy. Can you see that? See the hairy edges on it? See that? That's the keeper, right, friends, with the brass? Oh, dear. That's my keeper. Let's do this. Look it. Hey? Insane in the membrane. Look at it. It's already going by the touch of my hands because I got it all over my hands. You know. But I'm going to take 2 seconds and do this. I'm even going inside. This will take, well, it's done. It's actually done. Look at this. This is crazy. This changes everything. I actually really enjoy working with, it's black. It's gone. Especially the brown. The brown looks deadly because it's like the edges go dark. Something happens. It's crazy. Okay, that's good enough. So you tell me. Look at that. I love how those edges go brown. See, and you wouldn't get that if you didn't chamfer the edges, friends, like we do. We do the edges. But the hairs, they're gone.
Well, friends, it's simple to some and just is not being seen by others. So if I don't show it, it's just like some people don't know what a splitting axe versus a chopping axe is, or what a sharp chain should look like, or you know, it's just the way the world is. So that's the beauty of YouTube. To some it may just seem that is ridiculous. Everyone should know that, but believe it or not, friends, lots don't. And it is simple stuff from just rituals through the years. It doesn't matter the product you use, friends. I really don't believe. I just don't want to use what I'm using on your leather, your raw, beautiful leather, because I believe it's nice to kind of stick with, even though I've done separate through the years too, but it's nice to stick with something the same for your leather products. Whether it's, I've been a big dubbing guy, and yet I know I've put in Snow Seal over top of dubbing, and I've used Obies, and I've used, well, read the ingredients on these things, friends. It's all the same. But what I do prefer is a non-petroleum product with my suspenders and belts. I don't know why, I'm on that. Ever since that freaking DGP oil showed up, friends, it's switched my freaking mind. Lots of things are switching to my mind in this second race, part of the race of my life, you know. Just things that you've done for so many years that maybe weren't that good for you or good for other things, and now you have the opportunity to kind of, I don't know, maybe do things a little different on the second leg. Do you know what I'm saying, friends? So anyway, I just wanted to show that. I'm so grateful to all the people that purchased our freaking suspenders. We were being asked for these forever. Finally, we did it through Homestead brand. Good guys, friends of mine. And we're rolling, friends. I think we sold about 75 pairs of suspenders on the first freaking, what do you call it? Pre-order. So thanks, folks, for doing that. It gives me
kind of hope and faith for when we put out another project that, or, you know, that people asked for, that you guys are going to keep your end up, and you did. So thank you. The belts were a bonus, but I'm tickled with that brown. It was a bit lighter than I'd like. I knew it would darken, but oh, did it come out nice. But that's all up to you, and I just wanted to show you what I do. So I hope you enjoyed it. Hope you learned something. If you didn't, I hope you got a chuckle. Work hard, be honest, and be kind, friends. And thank you so much for coming here. You know what to do. You know the rest. We always do. Over and out.